Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this short video presentation on Walmart sales data analysis using SQL. So I've used PostgreSQL for completing this project. So as we all know, for importing a CSV file into SQL, we need to undertake some few precautions before importing the data. So first is we need to remove any blank rows or columns if they are present. Second is we need to rename all the columns and convert the names so that there are only lowercase, and also we need to ensure that there are no special characters or keywords present. All right. So also we need to ensure that the data type for every variable is properly as per the required data type. For example, for the date data type, we need to format it into a date type. Also, for if there is any numeric data type, we need to see that it is not formatted already in the form of text. If it is in the form of text, then we need to change it from text to numeric. Similarly, we also need to ensure that for numeric variables, if there is any comma is used as a thousand separator, we need to remove that as well. Alright, so this is our original data. So here you can see there are uppercase letters as a starting for the variables which are used in the names. And also here you can see there's a special character. The data type of the date is not properly formatted. So all this is corrected here. All right. So after this, for importing the data into SQL, there are three basic steps. First, we need to create the database, then create table, and then we need to import the data. For creating the database, you can see the steps are displayed here. Similarly, for creating a table, we need to write the code wherein we need to mention each variable name along with the data type. Okay. And also, if there is any primary key, we also need to include that as well. So after we have created an empty table, so now we can import data by right clicking on the table and going to import export data. And here we need to specify the path of the file. So here are the further settings that we need to ensure that these are unchecked. Similarly, after importing the data, we need to check. So for checking the imported data, we use this command select star from Walmart. Here you can view the entire data. So now after we have completely imported the data, we need to perform three important checks. First check is for checking the completeness of the data. We need to ensure that all the rows have been imported properly. Second is we need to check if there are any null values present. And third step is not any checking, but we need to explore the data and understand each and every variable that what the data is trying to tell us. Okay, this is the completeness check. So by running this command select count star, we get the an idea of how many rows have been imported in our data. Second is the inconsistency check. So here we can see we have used where clause and we have combined every variable with an or. Okay, so we can get any row if there is at least one null is present in the table, we can fetch that row. But since there are 0 rows affected, so there are no null values present. So now after completing the checks, we are starting with our exploration. So first is we are exploring the branches. So as you can see, the branches variable is having 3 unique branches, which is by the name ABC. Second variable is the city. So we are seeing how many cities are present. So we get to know that there are 3 unique cities. The third exploration is with respect to the type of customer. Similarly, we are exploring the gender variable. Similarly, we are also looking towards the product lines. We get to know there are 6 different product lines present in the Walmart. Here in this, after exploring the product lines, we are exploring the payment modes. Credit card, e-wallet and cash, these are the unique payment modes. So now we are starting our explorations with respect to the numeric variables. So for exploring the numeric variables, we will basically explore the 3 main terms, which is the min, max and average. Okay, so our first numeric variable is unit price, and with respect to unit price, these are my findings, which is the minimum, maximum, and the average price. Here is the minimum and maximum quantity. Now here is the starting and ending date for the date variable. Okay, so this gives us the basically the range wherein the transactions are present. This is the starting and the ending time with respect to the time variable. Okay. Similarly, for purchase total, this is the summary that we have created, and also this is the summary for the cost of goods sold. Now for gross income, again you get a similar summary here, as well as for the rating received from the customers for every transaction. So now we are starting with our sales analysis part. So this section will basically answer all the questions which were given to us in the internship. So here you can see we are starting with the first question. Retrieve all the columns for sales made in a specific branch. Okay. So for a specific branch A, we need to retrieve all the rows and the columns with regarding that. So here you're filtering the branch by using where condition. In the second question, we are asked to find the total sales for each product line. Now, when there is a keyword each, we can understand that we need to classify the total sales by with respect to product lines, and for classification we use the group by clause. Okay, so here we are selecting the total sales and we are grouping it by product line, and for total we are using the aggregate function sum and we are rounding it up so that only 2 decimal places are visible. Sorry. So now we need to list all the sales transaction where the payment method was cash. So again, so the keyword where specifies this, that we need to use a filtering condition in our SQL query. So for filtering, we use the where clause, where payment is equal to cash gives us all the cash transactions. Now, in order to calculate the total gross income generated in each city, now again the keyword each tells us that we need to use the group by clause. So we have used the group by clause and calculated the total income with respect to every city. For finding the average rating given by the customers in each branch, so again you see each keyword is there, for which we need to use the group by clause. And for finding average, we have used the aggregate function average here. Okay, so here you can see average rating per branch. Now determine the total quantity of each product line sold. For determining the total quantity, for total we use the aggregate sum function, and for each product line we use the group by function. Alright, so list the top 5 products by unit price. Now here in this case, we need to list the top 5 products. By the word top, you can understand that we need to order them with in a specific way, either by descending or by ascending manner by unit price. So we are ordering them in an ascending manner. Okay, for ordering we are using order by clause, and we need to order them by unit price, and we are keeping the limit to 5 because we are asked for 5 products. Okay, from here in the 8th question we are asked, we need to find the sales transaction with wherein the gross income is greater than 30. So whenever there are keywords greater than, less than, or so such keywords, we use the where clause for filtering, because for finding greater than there is only one way, that is we need to filter out all the rows. Okay, so here you can see where gross income greater than 30 will give what around 137 rows. So in the part 5th of our analysis, here in the 9th question it states that we need to retrieve sales transaction that occurred on weekends. Now in our data we do not have any weekends column, so for generating this column we take the help of toChar. Now toChar takes one variable, that is the date, and it converts it into a character. Okay, and we are storing it by giving the name of weekday name. Here you can see the weekday name column is there, and this converts every date into the specified day. Okay, so whether it is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and after converting that, here we are filtering out the Saturday and Sunday transactions. So here you can see the rows and the transactions which took place on Saturday and Sunday. Similarly, now we are asked to calculate the total sales and gross income for each month. Now again, each has been given here, so we need to use the group by clause. Total sales and gross income. Okay, so for total sales and gross income, again we use the sum function here, which is grouped by every month. And for getting the month, we need to extract it from the date using the extract function. Okay, so first we are extracting the month from the date and storing it under the variable name called month. After extracting it, it will sum up the total sales and gross income for that particular month. And now, after extracting it and storing it, we are ordering it from 1 to 12 by using the order by clause. In the 11th question, we are asked to find the number of sales transactions that occurred after 6 p.m. So now in our data, if we see, we are given time with respect to the 24-hour format. So here you can see the 13th hour, the 20th hour, 18th hour. So as per the 24-hour format, 6 p.m. falls on 18th hour. So we need to see all the transactions which are there in the system after 18 o'clock. Okay, so for that, what we are doing is basically we will compare two times. First time is the time present in the data, which is this time. Okay, the purchase time. So this, from this time, what we will do is we will extract the hour component and we will convert that into minutes, and that converted minutes will be added to the actual minutes which are present in the time component. Okay, so this summed up minutes variable will be then compared with 1080. Now what is 1080? 1080 is the calculation that it is the result of multiplying 18 o'clock with 60 minutes. Okay, since there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, so after multiplying 18 by 60 we get 1080, and whichever product, the value of whichever product is greater than 1080, this where clause will filter out those rows. Okay, so here you can see 1807, 1830, 1921, all these rows are having time which are having minutes which are greater than 1080. So in the 12th question, we have been asked to list down all the sales transactions that have a higher total than the average total of all the transactions. So in this question, we first need to check the average, what is the average of all the transactions, and then we need to filter out only those total. Yeah, okay. So we don't need to we do not need to use the aggregate sum function here. Already the purchase total has been given here. We just need to filter out by comparing the purchase total with the average total. So this has been done here. In the 13th question, we are asked to calculate the cumulative gross income for each branch by date. Okay, so now in order to do this, we need to take the help of the window function. Okay, so window function, here you can see over partition by, order by. So first it will partition by branch. Okay, since we are asked to find the cumulative gross income for each branch by date, so first we need to separate out all the three branches A, B and C. Once we have separated out all the three branches by using partition by, then we need to use the order by, so that the order by will order the purchase date right from the 1st January to 3rd December, whichever dates fall for branch A, they will be ordered in ascending order. Okay, from starting to the ending, and for every date the gross income will be ordered from minimum to the maximum. Okay, so here you can see for 1st January 5.41 was the minimum gross income, and 37.11 was the maximum. Similarly, for 2nd January, 3.56 was the minimum, 24.33 was the maximum. Okay, and for every row, the summation will be carried out, and that's why here we have written we are summing up the gross income over this part. Now, what is this part? This is the part wherein we are segregating the branch, and for every branch we are ordering it by purchase date and gross income. So we are summing up this gross income over these rows. Okay, over these rows. So first is 5.41, and then for the second row it will sum up 5.41 plus 19.04, which gives us 24.45. For third row it will sum up again the third row, and so on and so forth. So this is our cumulative income. And the last question is, we need to find the total COGS for each customer type in each city. Okay, so here you can see one thing is each has been used twice for each customer and each city. That means we need to use the group by clause 2 times here. Okay, so first we are grouping it by city, and second we are grouping it by customer type. And similarly, also in order to maintain a specific order, we are also using the order by clause, and we are only using the variables in the similar order which we have used in the group by clause. Okay, so here you can see member normal, the order has been maintained here. Similarly, the cities, and this is the COGS. Okay, so this was my analysis. I hope you liked it. Please let me know if there are any questions.